All right, guys, it is Thursday. We are one day closer to the weekend. And not only that, tomorrow I'm doing something kind of special with one of our videos with some friends that you may or may not know. But hopefully you like it and hopefully your family can be able to get involved with what we're doing tomorrow. But on today, what we're going to do is we're going to continue and really kind of end in our mindfulness kind of week of our practices and of our exercises. And tomorrow we'll do some type of activities with it as well. But what we're going to do today is you are going to continue to walk through our videos that we have on our slides for this week. You have one question or so on here. We're going to run through our video that's talking about grounding ourselves, remembering to stay present. It's up to you. The practice of it each and every day, you become better and better each day and time you practice. Mr. Jenkins has to practice this all the time. Before I get my day started, before I get my morning started, I'm going to sit, I'm going to breathe in my nose, out my mouth, because Mr. Jenkins is a big guy. And I don't all the time want to be mad and want to be upset and want to be all over the place with my feelings or my emotions. So I have to make sure that I'm staying calm so I can understand what the situation is and not react in a way that will not be the best for me to handle the situation when I can handle it in a calm manner. So I have to keep my lid on. I have to keep my lid on so I don't flip my lid and lose control. Keeping my lid on helps me to stay in control. And I also keep my superpower by breathing, by counting to 10, breathing in my nose, out of my mouth, by going on walks, by coloring, by writing, as well as drawing. There are different mindfulness practices that we can use, but we're definitely focusing on some breathing techniques that we can use when you can just get by yourself in a quiet place. After we get done with that, we're going to do a mindfulness activity. And then after the mindfulness activity, you have an open-ended question. With this question, it says, what are some ways you can help to remain present and in control of your feelings and your emotions? And if you were just paying attention, I kind of already gave you the answer to that. But you're going to write that answer down that you do. If you are in kindergarten and first grade, remember, you're going to hit the record button and speak through the mic. If you are in second, third, and fourth grade, you are going to write your answer and type your answer in. You're going to use capital letters, punctuation, spacing, and do your best with sounding it out. After you get done with that, we're going to watch one video which shows you how mindfulness can actually be used as a superpower, how it can actually be used to save your life, help you to think better, help you to accomplish and do some things that other people may not know because of the fact that they know nothing about mindfulness. But guess what? You do. And because you do, you will be able to teach other people how to practice mindfulness, how to use mindfulness, and to remain present and remain calm in every situation. Is it hard? Yes, it's hard. Does it get tough? Yes, it gets tough. But with practice and with you remaining conscious and present, you can stay in control of whatever emotion, whatever situation that comes your way. All right, guys, go through our slides, take your time, rewatch them if you need to. Make sure you answer your open-ended questions so I can count you for your day to day. All right, guys, I will see you tomorrow, and I'm excited to see how tomorrow goes and seeing you do some interesting poses as we practice mindfulness. All right, guys.
We're always taught the more effort we put in, the more we'll get out of life. But of course, this isn't always true. Take falling asleep, for example. You can prepare in the right way, put yourself in the right position, and get yourself comfortable. But after that, well, you can't force it to happen, right? In fact, it works exactly the other way around. The harder you try, the less sleepy you become. It's only when we stop trying that we finally let go and drift off. And before we know it, we're waking up the next morning feeling refreshed, relaxed, after a good night's sleep. And it's a very similar story when we're training the mind. I think a nice metaphor for this is the idea of taming a wild horse. If you look at how a wild horse is tamed, rather than pinning it down in one place, the horse is led out on a very long rope and put in a big, open, spacious field. The horse runs around feeling like it's got all the space in the world. But very slowly, the rope's pulled in, and the horse adjusts to this feeling until it comes to a natural place of rest. And we're looking to do just the same thing with the mind in meditation. Not trying to pin it down in one place, but bringing it to a natural place of rest. So let go of any idea of needing to achieve something or get somewhere, and instead, enjoy the opportunity to sit back, relax, and be present in the world.
What does being kind mean? Kindness starts with you. So be kind and start with yourself. Take a deep breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Be kind to your friends. Laugh and giggle. Help others when you notice they need help. Be kind to someone who seems lonely. Be kind to a person who seems different. Lastly, don't forget, there is more to the world. Be kind to the plants and animals. If we are all kind to each other, the world would be a better place.
You may have heard this word mindfulness. It's become something of a buzz phrase of late. I'm going to give you one simple, serviceable definition, which is this. Mindfulness is the ability to know what's happening in your head at any given moment without getting carried away by it. Imagine how useful this could be. Just as an example, you're driving down the road and somebody cuts you off in traffic. How do you normally react? I think most of us, we normally react by having a thought, which is, I'm pissed. And then what happens next? You immediately, habitually, reflexively inhabit that thought. You actually become pissed. There's no buffer between the stimulus and your reaction. With just a little bit of mindfulness, in that same situation, you might notice my chest is buzzing, my ears are turning red, I'm having a starburst of self-righteous thoughts, I'm getting angry. But you don't necessarily have to act on it and chase that person down the road, screaming at them with your kids in the back of the car thinking you've gone nuts. Now, you might be thinking, don't I need to get angry sometimes? Aren't I justified? I would say yes, but probably not as much as you think. The proposition here is not that you should be rendered by mindfulness into some lifeless, non-judgmental blob. The proposition is that you should learn how to respond wisely to things that happen to you, rather than just reacting blindly. And that, my friends, is a superpower. How do you get it? The way to get it is through meditation. I believe that meditation and mindfulness are the next big public health revolution. In the 1940s, if you told somebody you were going running, they would have said, who's chasing you? But then what happened next? The scientists swooped in, they showed that physical exercise is really good for you, and now all of us do it, and if we don't, we feel guilty about it. And that's where I think we're headed with mindfulness and meditation. It's going to join the pantheon of no-brainers like brushing your teeth, eating well, and taking the meds your doctor prescribed for you. Let me just close by saying, mindfulness is not going to solve all of your problems, It's not going to render your life a nonstop parade of unicorns and rainbows. Nonetheless, this is a superpower and one that is accessible by you immediately.